If you've studied much in the Old Testament, you've probably noticed a reoccurring pattern, much like the one that we've highlighted in Psalm 106 this week. The people would turn away from God and they would forget about His good deeds, and once they were in trouble, they would call on Him and He would come rescue them faithfully.
We talk about revival often because we want God to come in and move on our generation, and because our nation and our world is in desperate need of God. We are like the generation in Bible times that have turned our backs on God, but the good news is that we are primed for God to move like He never has moved before to come rescue us.
This shouldn't be taken lightly, however. We shouldn't take a move of God for granted, as if we can continue in our old ways and then nonchalantly call on God's help whenever we need Him. Instead, we need to come before Him with repentant hearts and cry out for mercy. And He will move on our behalf because He loves us and because He desires for us to be His very own. But this needs to be out of desperation in our hearts.
May we be a people full of fervor for the Lord, a generation that future generations will look back on and say that God moved in might and power. May we not miss out on what God is doing right now. Pray with desperation today that God will continue to stir our hearts. He has started something. There has been a shift in our recent services, so ask Him to continue to show up and reveal Himself to us. He is mighty to save. Check out the scriptures and we'll see you next week.